Well, you've worked on Blackish for 5 seasons. You're heading into your 6th season. So what's been the most rewarding aspect of having been part of such a long-running show like this?
My actors. I like my actors.
What's it like been working with them and having, developed like their character style over years, along with like incorporating their own style?
I think this season, especially the 5th season, the kids are growing.
Oh yeah.
So that has really been quite exciting because they have a lot of opinions now. So they're 15 and 19 years old. So it's been really great to see them grow from the first season.
What kind of opinions? What do they make demands, requests?
No, they don't make demands. They're wanting to wear heels or different sneakers or different colors. So they have a little bit of input now. So it's very nice to see Miles and all of them grow up. So it's been cool. Kind of cool.
How about just with like Anthony and like Tracy over the years?
You get to dress Tracy, Alice Ross. So it's awesome. That's awesome to dress her. And Anthony will wear anything, as you can tell in Prince.
Yes. Do you ever try to just take advantage of that? Like try to put him in something, especially when you have like a high concept episode, and just to put him in the craziest thing you can come up with?
No, Anthony's pretty good. He'll wear, all of his things are all of his costumes are very high end, so his sweatshirts and his pants, and they're custom made. So he always looks fantastic, but he takes the risks. Like he will try almost anything on. So it's great fun to work with him.
When you go into a new season every year, do you ever have like a big picture idea of like where you want their styles to go for each character, or is it more of like an episode by episode basis?
No, we definitely, when we start, we'll start back in July. So we'll do our mood boards, and we'll start shopping for fabrics, and we'll start looking online. We'll Google everything, and we'll start doing our boards for Tracy, and then we'll show Kenya, our creator, and we'll do it for Anthony as well as Tracy. So yes, we do sit down with them and do that at the beginning of the year and listen to them. And most of the time we hit the mark, so we're pretty good on it.
Well, I know Kenya, you just mentioned, I know he's always been very involved since the show was based on his family, but he did step down as showrunner last season, so he still has the input on the clothes.
He does some, yeah. Especially on the Prince episode, he did. Yeah, so he's involved. It's still his show, so he's involved. Yeah.
Do you feel pressure because the Johnsons are a very fashionable family? Do you feel pressure like every year, like every episode? Like I need to keep this up, like the styles, like they have to be trendsetters and find like the best brands.
No, I think we have an amazing team of people in our wardrobe department, and so I think we really do keep up. I think we've been very lucky to have our actors to go the distance. We've seen Tracy every year from the time that she was pregnant. We got most of our phone calls when she was pregnant on the show, and so we really, really had a great time making her look great. And they do have input, but we really get to play with them a lot and have a lot of fun with them. So I think when we come into the season, we start thinking about like right now we're starting to think about it. We'll start contacting different showrooms and things like that to make it different. But we love it. I love doing contemporary, so that's really a lot of fun for me.
What are your like go-to showrooms or brands that you rely on?
We go to the Ruby. We go to Universal. We love looking at old things like Universal Studio, Warner Brothers. We'll dig through vintage merchandise and costumes. So we'll start back in July, so we'll spend the first 2 weeks doing that, like building their closets. And then we'll start them, and then we'll start doing our fittings. So it takes us about 2 weeks when we do start up. We spend a lot of money.
And yes. So you have a large costume budget?
Not really, but the producers kind of understand, and they know that's the look. So yeah, the dress Tracy is from head to toe. It's she looks fantastic.
They have to look good, yeah.
Yeah, they're upper middle class, rich fan. It's a great fantasy to do, to dress them all the way.
It's aspirational.
Yeah, you get to dress up in Stella McCarthy in the kitchen. So so that's kind of cool.
When you do like your 100th episode, the Prince episode, you've done these big episodes before. You did Juneteenth in season 4. So do you get a longer lead time to prepare for an episode like that?
As soon as we got back in July of last year, 2018, we knew right away because they told us that we were going to have a Prince episode. And then Devin, who's here tonight, Devin Patterson, is my supervisor. So we started right away doing the drawings, started looking for fabrics and seeing what we had to print. And we started going through the music. So it took us about 2 months before we really went through the whole process. And
Well, at that point, did they already have the list of songs?
they started.
They started?
Yeah,
Okay.
they started.
But were
And
they cleared yet? So
we were starting to get them cleared because we
Okay.
would start one costume and then the music, something happened or blah, blah, blah.
So there were costumes or like concept you came up with, and then the song didn't clear?
Yeah. So we had to go through, like I heard a producer the other day say, someone asked him the question, he said it cost a lot of money.
You saved it all up just for that
So,
episode.
yeah, but it was, we had a really great time doing that. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Prince. I thought I was going to marry him once, but that's,
Didn't we all? So.
I know, I think we all fantasize about marrying Prince. But it was great to honor him on our 100th show, so it was a lot of fun.
So what were some of the designs that you weren't able to use for that episode? For what songs? Do you remember
I
at all?
don't.
No?
I don't remember. I know that Tracy Ellis Ross brought up the other day on Saturday. She said that she split her pants. So if she can say it on Saturday, I guess I can say it because we were.
You're
doing
just
her
echoing hers out.
Yeah. So we were doing her gold outfit, and she kind of split the pants, but we worked around it, so it was good. Yeah.
So what went into because if anyone hasn't seen it, they all do their little music video recreation tributes to Prince. So what
Yes.
went into recreating each of those outfits?
Well, we started the process. It took about 4 fittings to do each actor. And what was really great about doing each actor, when you did the fittings, you could see it develop. You can see them going into character because it started their hair, their makeup, and their shoes. And we were starting. My team and I were starting to. We started to see it develop. So that was a really cool part to see, and also seeing Marcus in his yellow because he's kind of a shy guy personally. So to see him with his chest out, I'm like, dude, it was kind of very cool to see that. So we had a lot of fun designing for that for everybody there.
How many of them were custom made, or did you
All
have
of
to-
it.
All of it.
All of it
All
was.
Wow.
Yeah, all of it was custom.
Which
made.
one was the most difficult?
The cloud? Or the
raspberry.
Yeah, I know you love the raspberry, don't you?
It was great because
Yeah.
it's the tag at the end.
Yeah, and Dion
Yeah.
is so cool.
So what went into that in the cloud and the printing them?
It took my supervisor. She wouldn't tell me, but Devin was out. She was looking for the costume and looking. She's got her head down now, but she was looking for the fabric. We couldn't find it.
What kind of fabric was it?
It was polyester. It was poly,
Okay.
but we had it printed, and we wanted the clouds to match each and every cloud that Prince had. So we tried to match his costume as much as we could. And so she finally found someone, but I didn't know behind the scene that she wasn't finding the vendor for me. So finally, she found the vendor.
She
and
did it on
told
the
me.
down low.
Yes, yeah. So it took a little bit of work. All the boots, and our guys are like 13. They were a size 13, so.
And then you also had to print or paint Yara's
Yeah,
as
we
well?
painted Yara's
Yeah.
outfit. Yeah, we painted her costume. Yes, we did. So we tried to match it up to his. And his was really deep on the side because that's how Prince operates. So it was low. And then with Yara, we did it a little shorter for her. Yeah. So.
Speaking to that, like how much of it was just a direct replica of his clothing, and how much was it you having to adjust to accommodate the actor, and just you wanting to add your own spin to it?
We try to get close as we could. We try to really honor what he did, and we did have a showing for the 100 show, and then his sister was there, so she was extremely proud of it. So I was really happy to see that she was so proud of our costumes.
You got like the stamp of approval.
Yeah, so it was very cool to see her.
And the word is some of those costumes or the episode is like displayed somewhere in.
We displayed it on Saturday, and we will go to FITM to do that in August. So it's doing the rounds. Yeah,
And
so.
it's in one of his hometowns museum as well. or
That
no?
was one of my assistants said that she thought that when she was there, she said that she saw the blackish segment of it for the 100 show in his museum or something.
See,
there.
you made it, so.
Yeah, so it's an honor. It really is.
Which one was your favorite from that? Because mine was Anthony's crop top. From
Oh, you
Kiss.
like that
Yeah.
one? And yeah, Anthony likes to show a lot of things. He's like, I think mine was the cloud. The cloud.
The cloud,
I
yeah.
do. I like the cloud. Yeah, and I think that's one of Devin's favorite too. Is the cloud.
It was worth it to paint
Yeah,
it all.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what can you tell us about season 6? Do you have any ideas yet?
We don't. We don't have any scripts.
Nothing
We
yet?
don't have anything. So, like I said, we start Grownish on Monday, and then we start Blackish, I think, July 8th. So we'll know what's going on. We'll get our scripts. We'll get treatments. We usually get treatments first. We kind of have an idea. I don't think people realize, like with our show, we do 24 shows a season, and we do it in 4 days. So a lot goes into doing the show. So I have to give a lot of applause to my crew, because it is very fast and furious when we get a script. So we don't stop. I know. It runs.
They have to find that polyester, and they can't.
It's the machine, and we Google everything, and we email, and it's everything. So we're like we're doing it, but it's really great.
Do you know if there's going to be another one of those like tribute episodes this season?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because you do one every year now, so I feel like there has to be.
I know, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Do you? What personally? What do you want to do?
I don't know what I would want to do. I come from theater, so I love anything that has to do with where I get to design and do the color and patterns and everything.
Like
so
Prince.
yeah, I love that. So it brings a lot of my designing skills out. So because you get to do contemporary day in and day out, and it's a process. People think it's kind of easy, but to do it day in and day out it's hard to pull off. Because their changes are about 10 changes a show. So they have a lot of flashbacks. So it's a busy show. And our racks, when we send our racks off on Friday nights to be shot on Monday, we probably have about 5 racks of clothes that go up to the trailer. So it's busy.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned you also do Grownish. Are you going to do Mixed-ish, the other spinoff?
I did the pilot.
Yes.
We did a great job on the pilot. So we'll see. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see what
Try
happens.
saying that 5 times fast.
It
Mixed-ish.
is, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's hard.
It's hard.
You
you have to slow down. Yeah.
Let me hear you say it, Joyce.
Mixed-ish? It sounds
that's
like
close.
Mixed-ish.
Because it usually takes people 3 times to say it.
Mixed-ish.
You did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.